So here's how we knead our bread. Just making the bread for Saturday's supper club, and also for a bit for tonight, so for my dinner. So I don't really tend to weigh anything out. I tend to do everything by eye. But basically, this video will just show you how the way we knead the dough. So basically, starting off with just flour. All we want to add to that is yeast, salt and water. There's nothing else in our bread recipe. If we want to do anything, we'll put anything stuff on top of the dough before we bake it. So basically, again, I'm not going to weigh anything. I'm just going to look by eye. I'd say there's about 7 grams there, like that. So I'm doing that on one side. I don't know if you can see, but I've just put the yeast on one side. And then with the salt, I've got some nice seaweed salt here, but you can't obviously just use normal salt. Got a really nice big helping of that. Just use it like a seasoning. You want to be able to taste it once you bake the bread. So, and basically, I'm putting this on the other side. There we go, nice big helping of salt. So right there, you can see you've got it separated out. Now all we're going to add is water. So I'm going to get a spoon and this. Now you'll notice about this bread dough is that it is extremely wet. But I always think you get better aeration in when you have a really wet dough. This won't be cooked until Saturday. I'm going to leave it in the fridge to slowly feed the yeast, and then by the time Saturday rolls around for the supper club, it will be nice and aerated, and it'll have almost like a beery taste into it, because it'll have time to sort of flavour up and almost like ferment. So I've just made a little well in the middle just to hold the water. I'm going to start off with a tiny bit. Remember, you can always add more, you can never take away. So that's the rule I have if I'm not measuring anything like that. So I'm just slowly mixing it in. Also, people say, you look at recipes and they say to sieve flour to aerate it. But I always notice, save half the time, just whisk it. That puts loads of air into it if you do that. Don't bother sieving it, just whisk it, does the same job. Right, so I'm just adding more water to the bread dough, just as I see fit. So, right now, I'd say it's at the stage where normal people would go, oh yeah, that's the bread dough, let's start kneading, because it's not wet, it's fairly dry, easy to work with, but let's make things harder for ourselves, because it'll be a better dough in the end. So I'm going to add a bit more water, really get it nice and wet, nice and wet dough. There we go. And it is quite hard to work with, but at the end of the day, keep practicing at the kneading technique, and then you'll be able to see the benefits for it after that. So it's almost like a paste. That you can see how it's pretty much a paste. I mean, I'd even dare to go a tiny bit wetter as well, because what you will notice once you put it in the fridge as well, is it does tend to wetten up even more, after the yeast been feeding. I think it's I'm not too sure why, but I'm pretty sure it's the gases created by the yeast, so it creates condensation, and then obviously, just lets more, makes more water to feed the dough. So here we go. So this is really, really wet now. So you can see that. So it's going to be nice and hard to work with, but it's really, you'll see. Right, so basically now I've got it all formed. I'm going to put it onto the desk, and you can see that how it's flopping down. So there we go. Nice and wet. Remember not to work with too much flour, because you are going to, you know, it will make the dough more dry. So with this, right, so you can see how wet that is, how hard that will be to knead. Now basically with our kneading, we don't stretch how you normally see, because that will tear the gluten strands, and we don't want that. We just want to stretch the gluten strands. So basically we're going to do a folding action, just like you would puff pastry almost. So basically I'm going to try and get him together, and then basically you want to pick him up, slam him down, fold him. So once you've got control, pick him up, slam him down, fold him. Pick him up, slam him down, fold him. Pick him up, slam him down, fold him. Pick him up, fold. So if you notice, I'm slamming it down, I'm folding in half, and then I'm picking it up from the other end. But the thing is, you'll notice now I've left it and I haven't got a rhythm going, it'll be really hard to pick up in one piece. Now if you get speed up, you know, like slamming him down, folding it over, picking him up straight away, slam, fold, you'll notice it's like, what is it, is it corn flour, like, you know, the more you play with it, the more it's a whole thing, you know, easy to pick up. But as soon as you lose pace and speed, then you might as well just forget it, because it's just going to go everywhere. So, you know, just be patient with it, have a go, it's good fun, gets you nice and messy. But there you go. So, fold, 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 fold. So basically, I'm going to repeat this for about 3 or 4 minutes. And then basically I'm going to leave it on the surface and put a bowl over it just to rest it, and then I'll make another little video and you'll be able to see the difference in the texture of the dough, how much it's changed once it's rested, because at the moment it's quite lumpy, it's quite uneven, you know, it's quite, you know, it just doesn't feel that together. But after a couple of minutes rest, you'll see the difference. It'll be, you know, you'll start to think, oh, that's actually like a donut. So we're just going to do this a couple more times. But now it's come together a bit more now, so you'll be able to see. You pick, slam, fold, pick them up, fold. So basically, it is like almost like a puff pastry, you know, the way you're dealing with the dough. So there we go. So I'll just go a few more times. There we go. That's it. So I'm going to leave him like that. Now he's nice and folded. I'll just take this. Might as well just take the bowl that he mixed it up with, and just pop him over the top like that. Leave it 10 minutes. Come back to it, and you'll see another little video, and you'll see how much it's changed. How am I going to do this with doughy fingers?
This is John Kale. I'm with the president. We're in the White House. They've taken the building and they're holding hostages.
Yuck.